What's going on with Elon Musk's $56 billion pay package? And how could this impact Tesla's stock? Back in January, Elon Musk posted on X. He said, "I'm uncomfortable growing Tesla to be a leader in AI and robotics without having 25% voting control. Enough to be influential, but not so much that I can't be overturned. Unless that is the case, I'd prefer to build products outside of Tesla."
Tesla CEO Elon Musk claiming victory in the shareholder vote to reauthorize his pay. He posted a chart on X showing votes in favor of Elon compensation, with that line passing through a line labeled guaranteed win. We all know this is still going to go to court no matter what.
Okay, so online, there is a ton of confusion about this. A lot of people assume that this is just a done deal. Let me break it down for you. So legally, there are 4 ways that this could play out. If shareholders decide against the package, court proceedings could move forward as though the vote never happened, so no impact. If they vote for the pay deal, Chancellor McCormick can accept that result.
She says, okay, you got me. That's it. I guess I'll give it all back and we're done. Musk is probably very happy. He doesn't want to appeal, but the plaintiff appeals to the Delaware Supreme Court. The other extreme is that she looks at it and she says, this is ridiculous. You can't undo a trial finding this way. And then that all gets appealed to the Delaware Supreme Court. The third possibility is she says, I don't have enough information to be able to determine if this fixed it all. In which case, maybe there has to be document production, discovery. Maybe there has to be depositions. Maybe there has to be a whole new hearing.
The reality is we've never seen anything like this before. This is unprecedented by Elon Musk and Tesla.
Yeah, remember, the judges aren't in the business of saying you're paying your CEO too much money. They care about process. California pension, Norway had sort of come out and said they're not gonna vote in favor. I tend to think we've seen this actually a couple times where, those kinds of shareholders make a lot of noise, but actually have less influence than you think. There was a similar situation at Exxon. Elon Musk has, in a strange, really singular way, been an incredibly good steward of these companies over long periods of time. And with the large exception of Twitter, X, proximity to him has been good for shareholders. So a lot of whom have made a ton of money by riding alongside Elon. I think there's a very fair argument to say pay him whatever he wants to keep him around.
Now, like anything with Tesla, it's going to be very polarizing. There's going to be 2 sides of the fence. There's going to be one side that says, hey, this stock hasn't performed well for the last several years, and Elon doesn't deserve all this money. Now, there's the other side of the fence that understands the history, maybe longer-term shareholders that understand exactly what's going on here. You see, back in 2018, Tesla was valued at about $53 billion, less than a tenth of what it's valued today. A very aggressive compensation package was created to try to get Tesla to that next level. Now, you may or may not know the history, but Musk worked a lot of hours. He even slept on the factory floor. If you keep watching, you're going to see some clips from Elon Musk back in 2018. And I'll tell you, nobody thought that these metrics were achievable. Not a single person. And if you're a newer shareholder, these clips are going to be extremely eye-opening.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story because the 2 sides of the debate are this. Those who are in favor of Elon Musk's pay package are basically saying, well, it's linked to his performance. Back in 2018, there were all these very aggressive targets around revenue growth, around profit growth, around market cap of Tesla that at the time very few thought possible to achieve. And Elon Musk has driven this success of Tesla, and the company is intrinsically linked to him. Ron Barron of Barron Capital said Tesla is Elon. And I think that gives you the sort of foresight. Those who are against it say the award's way too big, that the structure is a bit strange based on certain performance triggers that perhaps should or should not be there, that it was approved by a board at the time, packed with Elon's friends. And also, I think one of the biggest criticisms at this point is that, is he too distracted by everything else? SpaceX, by xAI, all of these other companies as well. So that's the 2 sides of the debate. Elon saying, well, it's passing by a wide margin. And I think moving forward, if it does, of course, pass, those who are for this are saying, well, Elon is the type of character who needs these incentives to continue to grow Tesla into and maintain its leadership in the electric car space.
Next, let's hear from Ron Barron, who's been a bull on Tesla and been long since 2014 in his funds at $13 a share.
And the compensation, when he started, when the contract was signed, it was the company's market value was $53 billion. Mm-hmm. It got as high as $1 trillion. That's now $550 billion. I think in the next 10 years, we're probably going to make 4 or 5 times our money again in Tesla. So he's created tremendous wealth for people, and he was paid if this contract is enforced, which I think it should be, he's paid $56 billion. So it's like winning the lottery, you know, if you, and Joe was talking about before, you win the lottery, you don't tell someone, oh, sorry, you won so much money, you have to give it back.
I remember thinking at the time that the compensation deal was a crazy setup, but I also remember thinking at the time that I never thought he'd hit any of the metrics.
No one
He's
did.
hit every one of the metrics. So it's hard to imagine taking that back and clawing it back.
Exactly.
And the thing is, it's not even like winning the lottery, because the lottery is luck and chance. Musk had to put the work in. Listen to these clips.
We're not perfect, but we pour our heart and soul into the product. We really care. So. Well, I mean, Tesla really faced a severe threat of death due to the Model 3 production ramp. Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and just if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die. And it was extremely difficult to solve them.
How close to death did you come?
Within single-digit weeks.
22 hours a day, or like what? How many
I
hours?
was working, so 7 days a week, sleeping in the factory. I worked in the paint shop, general assembly, body shop.
You ever worry about yourself imploding? Like it's just too much?
Absolutely. No one should put this many hours into work. This is not good. And people should not work this hard. They should not do this. It's very painful.
Painful in what sense?
It hurts my brain and my heart.
So by the second quarter of 2018, Tesla posted its 7th consecutive loss. They were bleeding money. They were hurting. So Elon's compensation package was unheard of, and he was going to have to work his butt off in order to earn that money. Here's a quick clip from Tesla's board chair laying out the strategy.
If he failed, Elon was entitled to receive no salary, no cash bonuses, and no equity. The award worked.
So basically the company's struggling, and the board puts it in the hands of its CEO, Elon Musk, and says, make things happen and we're going to pay you for it. And he delivered. He did exactly what he was supposed to. So you tell me, does Elon Musk deserve this $56 billion? Drop me a comment below. Now, if content like this is helpful and you want to be a better investor, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click that bell for notifications. These videos take a lot of time to put together, and if you enjoy them, please return the favor, drop me a like and drop me a comment. Next, let's look at the stock price and where it could be headed next. We'll look at the fundamentals. We'll also look at a chart, and I'll tell you what I think. So earlier you heard from Ron Barron. He said over the next 10 years, he expects 4 or 5x from here on Tesla. Now, of course, Cathie Wood from Ark is much more bullish, 1,350% over the next 5 years. Now, this is an aggressive target. I don't know if a lot of people really believe it or not. Cathie's claim to fame really is that she invested in Tesla early. Outside of that, well, she's made a lot of mistakes. I'm not trying to hate. It's just the facts. I am bullish on Tesla. I do own the stock. Let's look at the fundamentals and a chart. Tesla stock is up about 3% today. It was up as much as 8% earlier, especially in the pre-market. And that excitement's kind of fizzled out a little bit. Now, part of that is because the market did roll over itself. In fact, the Dow Jones is red right now. Another factor is that traders are buying this pre-market. A lot of them didn't understand that this is not a done deal yet. The other part of it, the reality here, sentiment's still really bad for Tesla. There's still short interest, and the macro is still the same as it has been. When you think of interest rates being high, it's going to impact interest rate sensitive stocks like Tesla. And part of the reason the sentiment's so bad, this is just one of the reasons, is the fact that if Elon Musk doesn't get this incentive package, this pay package, we don't really know the future with him and Tesla. And so really, if you're a bull, you want Elon Musk to get this money. So there certainly are some risk, of course, and this is a long-term investment for me. I'm thinking 5 years or more. You can see on Seeking Alpha, it shows about a 70 PE ratio. Now that's pretty expensive, especially if you look at something like NVIDIA's forward PE ratio. NVIDIA's rocking a 46.21, quite a bit lower than Tesla. And NVIDIA's got amazing growth. You can see A+ here with 80% forward revenue growth. Tesla is about 13% forward revenue growth. NVIDIA also has high gross profit margin TTM, around 75%, whereas Tesla only 17.78%. So this is not a cheap stock by any means. Now, with that said, Tesla does have an A+ profitability on Seeking Alpha. It's bringing in about $97,000 $100,000 now in net income per employee, which might not sound impressive, but if you look at Tesla back in 2018, not really that long ago, it was burning cash. So Tesla's GAAP 4P ratio shows an 80.87, the TTM 45. Price to sales 5.69. Valuation grade on Seeking Alpha, which is not a reason to buy or sell a stock, is an F. Looking at the ratings here, again, you never would buy off of these necessarily, but we have a hold across the board. Now, I do think there's a key catalyst that could drive Tesla shares higher, and I'll share that with you in a second. Looking at TradingView, we do chart day every single Wednesday in Patreon Discord. Orange there is previous chart day. So last time we covered up here, we said no changes, 159 support, eventually get back to $200, but also fragile. The target for months with Fired Up Wealth has been $175 or less DCA, with a preference of $150 or less DCA. Now the stock actually got to $138.80. That was the short-term bottom here. It popped up nicely from there. You can see it's consolidating around this 50-day moving average. The technicals still don't look very good, especially considering you've got the 50 down here, the 100 and the 200-day moving average above that. And you still have an S3 in the Fibonacci at $113, and this S2 is around that 139 where it bounced recently. I'll share the upside next, and one catalyst that I think could drive the stock higher, and that's Tesla's robotaxi event on August 8th. Elon Musk has long promised autonomous Tesla's earnings revenue for their owners. This is one reason why the bulls are bullish. You also have moonshots like Optimus and more. At the end of the day, most people are going to say, well, Tesla's a car company. It's not a technology company. If you believe it's a car company, well, it's way too expensive. If it's a technology company, well, it's still expensive, but not nearly as much. So where's the stock headed? I think there is a chance that this could fill the gap back below $160, between $150 and $160. But there's a chance that doesn't happen. And if the stock remains bullish, this is a retail leader. So in other words, individual investors, there's a cult following behind Tesla. If traders and retail get behind this, you can see this R3 is at 233. And on X this morning, I did say I think there's a good chance you'll see $200 on Tesla. It did get to about $191 this morning before it sold back off a little bit. If it gets to 200, there's a possibility of 233, maybe even 250. That could take time, and it might not happen till later in this year when interest rates start coming down. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and your money and make your own decisions. I'm bullish on Tesla. I'm holding long. I appreciate your time and attention. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.